Yo guys, it's Ozgun here, welcome to the channel. So in this tutorial, I like to create a tech house track, at least a tech house drop idea. And I'm gonna be inspiring from James Hype's On The Ground track. So I very enjoy the groove and the vibe of this track. And also guys, I'm gonna be using Lab Recordings Genesis 2 tech house sample pack while creating this track. And we will give one free copy of this pack. So if you want to have a chance to win, all you gotta do is just like and comment this video. I'm gonna randomly pick the winner. And also if you use the code, you will get 25% discount. All the useful links in the description. And if you're ready, let's jump to that tutorial. So as usual, I like to start with the kick and bass. So for this track, I like to have kind of distorted, kind of raw kick drum. Let's see. This is already nice. Maybe this one. Let me go with this first kick because I like the punch of it. So I'm gonna make my BPM 128. And in this sample pack, all the samples are already BPM labeled. So when you just drag drop the sample to the playlist, it's automatically gonna fit to the BPM of your track. But for the kick drums, I don't recommend this. So always just make sure to revert the time knob in here, because when you stretch the kick, you will lose tons of quality. So James Hype track, the main groove is given by the kick drum because the kick drum is not always 4 on the floor. So first, let's create this groove. So we will double some of the kicks. It was something like that in the James Hype track. And as you see, this is kind of unusual pattern to use. So I like to process this kick a little bit. So I'm gonna just send it to next channel. And we will have 2 kicks hitting. So I will also have a clipper on the master, so I won't clip. And let me quickly put the wave canvas. So I forget to launch my template. That's why I'm gonna just work with the empty project. So anyway. So if you like to have more distorted kick drum, you can just route the kick to the next channel. Let's unroute it from master, so we will only hear the second channel, which is basically the kick knob. And I will just put an EQ to get rid of a little bit of lows. And then I'm gonna put one of my favorite distortion plugins, and I will saturate the signal. Let's say we are happy with it, and we will put one more EQ. Cut the lows because we don't want to clash the low frequencies. This second channel is only to give some texture to the kick. And when you change the first cut, the signal is gonna change. Something like that would fit. And now we will just blend the kick sound with the kick channel. Maybe more low cut. I love it. It sounds very, very distorted and very dirty now. What if we put a transient shaper to get a little bit click on the kick? And maybe with some EQ, we can boost a little bit of high mids. So from this to this. Okay, I love it, guys. Let's work with the bass line. For the bass, let's go to Serum, because this sample pack Genesis 2 also have a Serum bank. So I will just find some bass that I can use it as an offbeat. So the track is going to be A minor. And the bass line, I'm gonna do something like that. So it's gonna be just like an offbeat, but at the last hit, we will have a longer sustained bass. So let me just send this to here for a quick sidechain like this. I love it. I think this can work, but only problem, when the kick is not 4 on the floor, the sidechain doesn't make sense. So I will just get rid of the bass when there's the double kicks. Just like that. And maybe some overdrive. Sounds nice. I like to clone the kick, so I can just put maybe some hi-hat. Just a small head, one shot, as a top kick. This is more suitable. Let's put some hi-hats. Maybe these two. And make sure we are reverting the timings. I also don't want to, change the timings of the drums, since when I'm just using them as one shots. So always aim for the higher quality. Just try not to, pitch shift or time stretch your samples if they are just one shots. Yeah, they fit very nicely. Let's group them as heads. Maybe I can just send both of the heads to the same channel. So we can get rid of the lows if there are any. The samples are already clean, so I'm not going to bother with EQ. But I can just give them a little bit reverb so they can, be inside of the same room, because they are kind of too dry now. So I will use like a half second long reverb. Yeah, just like that. If you like, you can saturate the heads, that's okay. Maybe I can use some other. We get just a little bit more life to the heads. And now I need to get rid of the low frequencies because I saturated them, so... Now let's put some claps. Just like that. And we will put the claps just like offbeat. Let's reverb to timings, time stretches. It sounds perfect. Let's put the claps to their own channel. Again, I'm gonna put them to the same channel. And maybe we can put the same reverb, but with less decay. Even less decay, yeah. They sound very mono to me. Maybe I can just put 10% left, right, the heads. This clip is already widened. Okay. And let's put some ghost snares. Like this. Sounds good. Yeah, the main groove is, I think, ready. We can take a look of the fills or loops maybe. Maybe we can use some perks as well. Maybe just like that. I like it. It can stay. Or even maybe just this. I can send this to the same channel as snares. I think we made a mistake. Snares going number 6. This is clap, so we need to put it to channel 7. Or even maybe I can just go with just a perk shot. Yeah, maybe this one. So much better. Okay, we can just copy it 4 times at least. And now we will have, let's say, 2 different synths. They will be like a question and answer kind of thing. That's why let's add a serum and let's check the sounds. I think I'm gonna use this one for one of the synths. Yeah, something like that. But of course, I will automate this LFO. I love LFO kind of sounds in tech house. This is nice. Let's route this to mixer. So I will just sidechain it and maybe get rid of low frequencies. And I will give it some reverb. And maybe a camel crusher. What if I put a spreader to make it wider? So I will just start it from here. The first part is going to be some kind of introduction to the drop, and the question answer is going to start in here. And in here we will have an answer or like the second synth, you know, just one more question. Let me clone this pattern. So maybe even I can use the same sound, but this time without LFO. Maybe like that. And let's find another sound that can, you know, just, we will make another question answer inside of the second answer. Maybe with this. I'm gonna put them like lead 2 to the next channel. Sidechain, camel crusher, let's copy this. Let's copy EQ. I will just go with less reverb and maybe put some delay. Or maybe spreader, doesn't necessary this time. Yeah, even reverb is okay because the reverb comes from the presets. Kind of okay for now. We can just put a little bit of delay. Let's see how it's sounding. In the next part, I'm thinking to have a vocal. So I find this on Splice. Let's fit it to BPM. And also to the key. Maybe we can just put a little bit of formant effects. So in the next part, we won't have the question and answers anymore, but we will have the vocals instead of it. And for the drums, the open hi-hat is gonna be vanish. So it's gonna be something like that. Been falling for you knee deep. Been falling for you knee deep. I'm losing my mind, but you don't wanna see me. You're playing for time. Yeah, something like that. This is like the second drop of the track. And yeah, once you have this main idea, it's not very hard to arrange it to the full track. So let's put some crashes. Maybe this to the ending. And this is just like some parts, maybe the beginning of the track. But it needs some reverb, obviously. So this time I will go with my drum preset, but with maybe 6 seconds of decay. let's put some FX like a down lifter. I think we can have reverse reverb tail for this LFO sound, or maybe for the second sound as well. So for that, I'm just putting a very long reverb. I'm putting an Edison, and with no dry, we will record this. And I'm gonna drag drop to the project. And just gonna use it to tease the sound just a little bit earlier. And also this reverse sound, it shouldn't just cut instantly, so we will give a little bit reverb to it. And also we shouldn't start with the drums. We will just start the intro. We will start like we're naked. Okay, let's process the vocals fastly. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll just smash my patch for 30 seconds vocal processing. If you want to check the patch, I already have a dedicated video about it, and I already give this patch for free. So don't forget to check it out. Been falling for you knee deep. I'm losing my mind. But you don't wanna see me. You're playing for time. Been falling for you knee deep. I'm losing my mind. But you don't wanna see me. You're playing for time. Okay, this crash was kind of too sudden. Okay, we will just keep doing the thing one more time, just like an outro. We can do something like that. And also, guys, I'm thinking when the vocal comes, because we are taking away the one of the hi-hats, we are losing some energy. So maybe we can put some pluck beneath the vocals. Let's check it with Serum again. And yeah, we'll find some presets from the plugs. Very nice sound. I think I'm gonna use it. Pluck. Let's put a kickstart. probably the only thing missing is we should group the kick bass inside of a same bus. And then we can just put a filter there because we need to get rid of a little bit of energy when we are moving part to part inside of the track. So I will just have very simple low cut automation. For example, just before the vocal, in last 4 bars. And lastly, let's move everything a little bit further so I can, I can tease the vocals in the beginning of the track. Let's make an automation for sidechain. And then, just like that.
Been falling for you knee deep. Been falling for losing my mind. But you don't wanna see me. You're playing for time, losing my.
So just making a very quick build up.
You're playing for time.
And let's put a snare build up.
Been falling for you knee deep. Been falling for you mine. Been falling for you knee deep. I'm losing my mind. But you don't wanna see me. You're playing for.
And I'm gonna put this washout patch for the Pluck sound, so we can wash it out towards the build up.
I'm losing my mind.
Even let's put the same patch to the master, so we can just also automate that, just like that. And I think that's it, guys. We can take a listen for the track idea. So again, I heavily inspired from James Hype's On The Ground track, and I only used the Genesis 2 sample pack from Lab Recordings. If you want to win the pack, don't forget to like and comment this video. I will draw the winners in a couple days. Also for 25% discount, you can just use the code below. All the useful links in the description. Today that was it, guys. See you on the next video. Bye bye.
Been falling for you knee deep. I'm losing my mind. But you don't wanna see me. You're playing for time. Been falling for you knee deep. I'm losing my mind. But you don't wanna see me. You're playing for time.